Welcome to the podcast Risk Intelligence with your host, Karen Adamsbaum. She will be sharing her knowledge on common insurance questions, coverage explanations, claim scenarios, and interviews with brokers, clients, and colleagues to discuss various topics in the insurance industry.
Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of my podcast called Risk Intelligence. Today I wanted to talk about a situation that occurred last week. I was given a referral and this person contacted me and said that they needed 4 types of insurance: general liability, workers' comp, cyber liability, and professional liability, also known as errors and omissions. And the reason why they needed this is because they were starting a job or a contract, I should say, in about 10 days, and they needed this, they needed quotes and to get coverage in place immediately. So I got this call on a Wednesday, and on Thursday, a little bit of back and forth. We needed an application completed. There's different types of applications that are used in the insurance industry. And when one is in a rush, I'll call it, I always try to look for the applications that are the shortest to complete, meaning the least amount of questions, where you can get as much information as possible. And the reason why I do this is because they need it quickly. It's not going to take as much time, and then it still gives the underwriter enough information to provide quotes. So this all went back and forth for about 2 days, and we had a conversation, a little email dialogue, and then I sent them the applications, and I got them back. And there was still some more information that was needed, and a little bit of back and forth. And finally Friday. So this happened on Wednesday. Friday, now we're ready to go to underwriting. So underwriting gets it, and they come back. Okay, thank you very much. We will work on it. Now the underwriter knows that they have 4 to 5 days to work on this, and I'm still getting all the quotes back probably about 3 to 4 days prior to when this person needs them. So everything's going along great. And within a half an hour of me letting them, and I'm using they and them purposely, don't need to say if they are a she or a he, so what have you. That person, let's just say, once they receive the email stating, okay, I have all the information that needs to go to the underwriter, they come back, or that person comes back and says, can I have a quote before the end of today? Meaning Friday. No, you can't. You would take more time to buy a car than you would to try to protect your assets and your business in the event that you were sued because of the work that you did for this contract. Makes no sense. I get it. They're in a rush and they want it and they want to put it behind them, but getting insurance is a legal contract, okay? And when you are, in a haste decision, don't you want to protect your assets? That was just mind-blowing. And I told the person, I just said, I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. The underwriter has all the information, and I explained the process to them, and, with that, everything was understood. But the point of this podcast is to, to explain the process, and number 2 is you can't get 4 lines of coverage in 3 hours. Okay, especially cyber. That takes full-on underwriting. I mean, with all the cyber criminals that are happening, or the threats that are happening out there in the world, the underwriters are like rolling up their sleeves here, and it's taking them longer to put together a cyber quote. So just be mindful that if you need business insurance, it does take time. And I hope that information was helpful. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening to the podcast Risk Intelligence. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and connect on LinkedIn by doing a search on Karen Adamsbaum.